Hey everybody, how's it going? Alex and I, it's all Alex's idea.
Actually James's idea.
James's idea. 50 kilometres into a 300-kilometre night ride. We started at 10 PM in Bristol. It's now 20 past 11 in Devizes, and we're going into the pub. It's really buzzing.
It is. It's quite exciting, isn't it? Like, ready to go.
This is it. This is the start.
We're the proper literal. Where were you?
All good. This is it. We are going. We've got 300 and something kilometres to go. Alex and I are in first and second right now, and we've only done 30 metres. We have escaped Bath, and anyone that remembers the last time I did this route, the one and only time, we've already made it further than we did then. So that is good news.
Look at that, mate. What sign do we see immediately after the Dorset sign?
Sign after the Dorset sign. So, at X event, you have control points to prove that you've passed certain parts of the route. We're in Salisbury right now. We've just been to a feed stop, which is also a control point, just to prove you've been through, had the card stamped. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, or just after. I'm feeling quite tired, as you can probably tell. 91 kilometres done, 200 and something to go. How are you feeling, Alex?
I'm feeling pretty good now after that little stop.
Oh dear. Nightlife in Salisbury. Salisbury, home of my last ever bike race. Look at that, my own little filming setup. It's,
nice.
What is the time, Alex? It must be about 2 o'clock.
I think it's gone 2 o'clock.
Gone 2 o'clock.
Yeah, 20 past 2.
20 past 2.
We've done 124 kilometres.
124k done, 20 past 2. We've done over 4 hours of riding. We're looking
for checkpoint. It's a question and answer. It is at 133 kilometres. What sign do you see immediately after the Dorset County sign?
There you go, answers on a postcard. I've had a real bad patch. Been sat behind Alex Boswell and Simon Boswell, which has been quite nice for me, probably not so nice for them. But we're moving on now.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, Alex?
I'm feeling pretty good actually. That food has hit me quite nicely. So, yeah, let's smash it.
It's nice lighting on you there.
Yes.
On a GoPro screen.
Right.
We are roughly 145 kilometres in. And the last time I did this ride, it looked very different. It was 30 something degrees, I was just saying to Alex. Loads of people on the beach. Now, as we drop down towards the coast, there's no one around. Just me, a couple of weird cyclists. Sea is just over there. We have one of the best bits of the ride coming up now. I think I'm paying the price for the rolling resistance of the tyres, but I've not punctured, and you can't put a price on that. We've both had a bit of a not a great moment, as in energy levels.
Yeah.
But the idea that we're closing in on halfway.
Yeah, that is good. That'll lift me.
The last time we were here, it was absolutely heaving. Now look at it, not a soul on the beach. I think this is one of the best bits of the ride. Just quite nice, having a little bit of tarmac alongside the sea. Picturesque, even with the dark, lots of lights. We've eased up quite a bit now, like the fatigue has massively set in. It's also like when you drive through the night, you get to a stage where you're so tired you need to pull over and have a rest. I think we're probably teetering on that point. Slight detour down the footpath because I took the wrong turning.
Running very smoothly.
My bike's running a dream, Alex. It's just me that's not.
cutlery stuff is all through there, but also there is...
The one that extends as well.
It's 4:15 in the morning. Feeling very tired, very cold actually. It's dropped significantly, lost the ability to speak. It's gotten colder after we were indoors having lunch, breakfast, whatever it was. We're going to go now, 70 kilometres to the next stop. So we've got quite a long stretch ahead of us, about 2.5 hours probably. So that'll be 6:45. Well, we found some moonlight, so we're going to stop and take some pictures because it's quite beautiful. It's 5 to 5, 169-ish kilometres. Stopped for a natural break. It's really hard to stay awake. That's the bit that I'm struggling with. Alex has emerged from his bad patch, which is thrusting me deeper into my bad patch. Oh, it's hard. I could just really fall asleep. Alex feels fantastic, he says. Relatively fantastic compared to earlier. Anyway, this is the hardest bit now at the moment. It's quite a few climbs after each other. It's not hard, but this is the hardest part of the ride. And then we have the strawberry line. So we reckon we'll be finished before 10 AM, which is probably a little bit later than we expected. Completely given up on the idea of you can't win an Audax, but you could be the first finisher. I think we've given up on that idea. Simon Boswell, on the other hand, is well on his way to doing that. Let's go.
He's trucking, that man.
He's trucking. It's happened. Alex has a puncture.
Oh, no. Should have gone tubeless.
I'm fighting the sleep. I might have a little sleep. We are rolling again. I had a little sleep whilst Alex repaired the puncture. Yeah. I was fast asleep. Gone. Slumped over the bike. Here's the picture now. The fog is setting in. It is cold. I've gone for a thermal hat now. 174 kilometres. 130 to go. There we go. 204 kilometres in now. 204, so 105 to go, roughly. Assuming we've not made too many wrong turns. Oh my goodness me. Fighting the sleep, hunger, motivation.
We have it all.
It's not really all against us, but it just feels hard going. I think it's fair right now. If anything, a little bit harder than I had probably expected right now. I'm gonna have a bar. We've got just under 22 kilometres to the next, what do you call them, checkpoint, which is a 24-hour service station. Although for us, because we're behind schedule, it could just be normal hours. We are now properly into, well, I'm not going to call it the grand finale. I don't have that sort of energy in me. 500k, which is a major landmark, you know, with 30%, 33% away from the finish. The moon typically just disappeared behind the trees and the houses. You can see it's properly daylight now. We are, I'm imagining, somewhere in Hampshire or Somerset in some beautiful little lanes. Genuinely really beautiful riding here. The gradients have eased up. We've had quite a lot of climbing. And then the next 100 or 90 something kilometres, we should only have around 500 metres of climbing. The moon's there somewhere. That's what I wanted to show you because it looks beautiful. Full moon. And just as I go to show you, it's right behind a cloud. We'll find it again in a minute. We just come down a nice slippery, treacherous descent, which is kind of my favourite thing to do. So I had some chance, I can't speak at all. I had a chance to film. This is like icy, slippery, muddy sludge. Look at the moon! That is so unbelievably slick through there. just into Alex many years ago. I won the Ham Hill Road Race, which is on this road. Bunch sprint, second year, well the second year I did that race. Justin Hoy beat me. He beats a lot of people, he's good. Podimore surfaces. 80 something k's to go, and it's starting to hurt. A lot.
That's not too bad.
It'd be nice when it's over. The Somerset levels. Could be mistaken for thinking it is the Netherlands. We've got 70 k's to go, ish. A bit less maybe. I'm on my last gel. But we do have a stop in under an hour. They should do more races on these roads. It should be good fun.
I'd like them.
Flat races are much more exciting. People just don't realise it. There's a lot more going on. Hilly races, they're just selective. It's easy. You know, if you're physically good enough. Whereas flat, fast, tactical racing, it's more exciting to watch as well. But I am biased because I prefer it. Found a sign that sums up how I'm going. Like a sack of potatoes, especially uphill. Levels of smugness have risen because we're now sort of off-road. It's gravelly, cindery, but it's dirty and rocky actually. But the best bit is, so far I haven't punctured and I got the foam inserts in, so even if I do, it doesn't really matter. Everyone that I've seen so far, or ridden in a group with, does seem to have had a puncture, so I'm genuinely quite happy with my tyre choice.
This is really smug.
Exactly what I've just been saying.
Because he's got gravel tyres.
Yeah!
Right when we get a puncture.
It's the home straight. Last time we had a killer tailwind along here. It was mega dry, and actually I don't think we were too tired. We'd stopped every 2 hours. It was genuinely beautiful weather in the summer, and there were 5 of us going through and off. That's not happening today, but it is beautiful, very autumnal. For a November day, I can't believe how good the weather's been. It's been a little bit wetter than maybe forecast, but having seen the conditions this event has happened in the past, madness in comparison to this. It's been nice, easy. We have a final point, checkpoint, chance to have a drink, and we are under, I don't know, 40 kilometers now I guess, to the end. A bit less than that even, maybe less than 30 now. We're getting there, we are getting there. And then just the 280 kilometer drive home, 170 miles. In total, it will be just under 200 miles of riding and just under 400 miles of driving. Not bad for 24 hours. A little bit of tarmac. This is the strawberry line, and I'm not sure if the camera will do these colours justice. It's absolutely beautiful. It's an old railway line. Every old railway line should be made for people to use as alternative transport, because how good is this? Final checkpoint. 24 kilometres to go.
Final cake point, 24 kilometres to go.
Should we get as excited as the guy on the internet?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's a little bit slow.
That's genuinely mental.
Yeah.
That's actually nuts, isn't it? I'm shocked and in awe of anything at this time, but that was special. ...296 kilometres in. Find ourselves on another railway path. which is perfect. I've got a bit of a race on. Well, it's not a race, but of course it is a race, because that's what happens. When one person's catching another, one of them thinks it's a race. Whether it's me, him, or both of us.
Marathon. What do you want me to say?
Don't know.
Chris Opie's an idiot for doing this twice.
Yeah,
but I respect it.
That'll do. It's about right. It is hard work, but it's so bulletproof. We've made it. We're back. We've been to the finish. Had a curry type dish. Didn't really know what to say. I think that it was probably harder than I expected, or I suffered more than I expected. I'm very pleased with the tyre choice. Like, it was draggy compared to a road tyre, but not horrifically.
You are the only one who didn't puncture.
I am the only one out of pretty much everyone we ended up riding with that didn't puncture today. I was really tired. Fighting sleep is the worst bit. I think physically it's not as demanding as the actual sleep deprivation. I'm not good at coping with no sleep. I also think that I've endured more than enough suffering on a bike, and that I don't derive a great deal of pleasure from suffering on a bike in the same way that people that perhaps started a little bit later seem to. So my rides will probably be a little bit shorter going forwards. But it was good. It is good to have done it, because it's nice to have done something different. And I think ultimately that's quite important. And Audaxes are fun. You meet loads of different people. You do ride somewhere different.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, Alex?
We'll get you to do that again, I reckon.
No, I don't think so. I think that might be the last long ride. I think anything over 100 miles is long enough. Anyway, if I think of anything else to add, I'll add it later. Actually, hang on. This light ran constantly for the entire, well, I didn't turn it off at every stop, so over 12 hours it's running permanently on its lowest setting. And to be really honest, if I'd known that it was capable of that, I wouldn't have had to take this light and another light in there. Probably didn't need to take that entire thing, because Alex has got all the spares that we needed. I've carried so much stuff that I didn't need to carry. If I didn't have that, probably wouldn't have needed that, because I could have put the stuff in pockets or whatever else. So basically I've lugged around a whole load of weight that I didn't need to. The bike weighed 14.4 kilos when I weighed it yesterday, with all the excess bits on it, which is obviously not that light, but it's absolutely bomb-proof. And I think actually for this sort of thing, bomb-proof reliability is probably what you need. I mean, Alex has got a nice lightweight bike, road bike, and that's what he used for his Pan-Celtic ride as well. But I don't know, I think there's something in me that finds the reliability more important than speed for this. Don't know, not sure. Maybe I need to think about that. Maybe I would have enjoyed it more if I was on my road bike, but anyway. Yeah, that's it. That's my thoughts. One more final thought. I wore a thermal undervest, Aqua Zero top, a rain cape, wore it quite a lot at the time actually, a little neck buff, a cap, a skull cap at one point, because I did start to get cold. I suffer with the cold. I don't like the cold at all. And I would say that's perfect. I don't know what the average temperature was, I haven't looked, but it wasn't warm, but equally it wasn't cold. It's a mild November night, so, but it's nice to adjust perfectly. Sweat vest isn't too wet, which means that when you stop you don't get too cold too quickly. Obviously you do get cold a little bit, your body temperature is dropping and you want to be asleep really, but apart from that, always good. Let more finishes. So we finished just after 12 and people have until just after 5 to finish, so it's going to be a lot of people coming in yet.
That said, I would have been too hot wearing what you're wearing, so I've just got on the pro jersey and a base layer and the rain jacket, and that served me very well.
I don't understand that.
I don't feel the cold.
Otherwise, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.